shirts, their dark blue shorts and their light blue socks. And the referee, Anthony Taylor, blows his whistle and we can get underway in this game. And really, this is a game where both teams will be hoping to continue the momentum that they'd been finding in the last couple of matches. The Liverpool team is as follows: Alisson in goal with Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson as the back four. Gakpo, Fabinho and Curtis Jones make up the midfield, with Salah, Nunez and Diogo Jota starting for Liverpool this afternoon. So there are three changes from that game against Fulham, and straight away Brentford trying to take this early with Mbeumo getting into that penalty area, but it was well defended in the end by Alexander-Arnold. And we were saying, Leon, ahead of this game that we looked at the team for Brentford, quite a defensive team. They've gone back into that back five again, but they're trying to start early and try and start quick.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Brentford, as we've seen when they play against, the top 6 or 7 in the league, they do like to go with that back three or back five. It gives them real good balance defensively. But then when they have Tony and Bueno, two players right at the top end of the field, they're always a danger. Liverpool, well, they've become very fluid in their system as well.
Here comes Jota on that left side for Liverpool. Took a little bit of a slip as he tried to go into the penalty area, but Salah collects it for Liverpool. Picked up by Robertson, finds Salah again, who's moved his way over to the left-hand side, looking for options and decides to go behind him. And it's back to Virgil van Dijk, who has space and time to look at his options ahead of him. Out to the left to Robertson again. Salah to the left, and he waits to create an opportunity to try and find an opening for Liverpool. Jones trying to weave his way past the midfield of Brentford. Back out it goes to Fabinho and across to Alexander-Arnold, and now Konate has it inside the centre circle, finding Van Dijk, who plays it out across to Salah. And at the moment, Liverpool just holding on to the control. We'll talk you through the Brentford team in a second, but Liverpool looking like they're trying to create an early opportunity. Jones on the edge of the area finds Robertson, who plays it over, looking for Gakpo, was waiting for it. Nunez couldn't quite get the strike away, and eventually Brentford can clear it. So the team for Brentford then: David Raya in goal, the back five of Hickey, Zanka, Pinnock, me and Henry, with Jensen, Onyeka and Janelt in midfield. And then Mbeumo and Tony both lead the line this afternoon for Brentford. Salah tried to find a way through to Diogo Jota, but he was cut out quickly. Salah again plays it into the penalty area. This time Zanka could get it away, and Mbeumo collected it, and forward it goes by Rico Henry, who's charging down that left-hand side now for Brentford, but he hasn't really got any support going up ahead of him, and he's looking to the referee, Anthony Taylor, because he thought there was a foul in there, Leon.
Yeah, and there was. I mean, I think that's a big avenue of attack for Brentford today. I've seen Mbeumo and Tony spin into those positions in what would be Liverpool's right back area, and I've also seen Rico Henry really dominate that side, certainly on the counter-attack, and he picked the ball up just outside his own half, ran in behind Trent Alexander-Arnold, who couldn't get out there from his more central position now, and Konate came over, a little bit concerned, made sure that Rico Henry couldn't get past him, give a free kick away. And I do feel this Brentford team is one, if you can not give free kicks away against it, it's best not to do so.
Well, it is a free kick for Brentford on the far side, about halfway inside the Liverpool half, and Mbeumo looks set to take it. Plays it to his left-hand side, all the way to the side, and it's picked up here by Henry. Looking to come forward, Brentford on the right-hand side, and waiting for it to place it into a dangerous area. Couldn't quite find the control that they needed. And away it goes back over into the Brentford half.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Brentford just didn't put that one in from that position there, as we've just seen a crunch and tackle on Van Dijk.
Well, Onyeka is the player who came out the worst of it, and it's a yellow card being shown to Virgil van Dijk for that challenge, again just inside the Liverpool half on this near side. And Frank Onyeka looks to be in quite a lot of pain. He's still not back up on his feet. Yeah,
well, as the ball was played into him, Virgil van Dijk had committed to the tackle, and Onyeka just stood in front, got his body in the way. Van Dijk had already left his feet, could only clatter through the back of Onyeka. Easy free kick again for the referee to give. But this is another opportunity to ask questions of the Liverpool defence from the set piece. They went short on the last one. I mean, Brentford have scored 16 goals from set pieces this season, the joint most with Liverpool. So surprised that they're trying to work something short, given the opportunity to put it in the danger zone.
Well, Frank Onyeka still getting some treatment at the moment, but he's back up on his feet, so it will be a free kick to Brentford. How do you see this end of the season going for Liverpool? They've got this momentum with them, but you could hear the comments from Jurgen Klopp saying it's out of their hands, a top four finish now.
It is, and I do think that takes the pressure off his team, but within that dressing room, that won't be the message. The message will be to finish with 4 wins out of 4, continue this run, go into the close season with real momentum, and it's something you can be positive about, certainly build on starting next season.
Well, Jan Elf leaves it for Matthias Jensen to place the free kick all the way into the penalty area, looking for that far side, but no Brentford players could get on the end of it. And it will be a goal kick to Alisson. So both teams looking to try and start early. 5 minutes gone here, still goalless on 5 Live between Liverpool and Brentford. We can see on our screens the Brentford manager there, Thomas Frank, who has again led his Brentford team to another brilliant finish in the Premier League so far, and they're looking up as well. They could still get Europa Conference League place. That is still well within reach. And now Liverpool with Robertson looking to place it again, and headed away this time by Ben Mee, the centre-back for Brentford. Still an opportunity alive for Liverpool. Out it goes to Jones on the left side, waiting for options to arrive, and Robertson was one of them. Plays it to Fabinho. And Liverpool going further and further forward, and the foul comes in there by Aaron Hickey, and the referee Anthony Taylor spotted it on this near side, halfway inside the Brentford half, and Liverpool have got themselves a free kick. Yeah,
clear free kick. Hickey just got drawn into a firm touch out of his feet, shall I say, by Fabinho. Just thought he could just go and nick it, did Hickey. Fabinho too quick for him, just skipped inside, and free kick opportunity for Liverpool. Now they too possess a real threat from set pieces, so I'd be surprised if they went short.
Well, it will be Andy Robertson to take this free kick halfway inside the Brentford half on the near side, and it was a really good one as well, and Van Dijk almost got on the end of it on that far side, but it was cleared away quickly by Brentford. It looked dangerous though, and Liverpool almost had an opportunity to take the lead.
Well, I think Konate had the first, well, the real opportunity there.
Over it goes again. Van Dijk heads it across on that left side, but still nothing, and it's a corner to Liverpool.
Yeah, I think the initial opportunity for Konate was the big one there for Liverpool. I thought it was a beautiful ball in from Robertson. It just enticed the keeper momentarily. Then he backpedaled to his own 6-yard box, and Konate got up. I think he just mistimed his jump. I think he was a yard away from being in the right position to head it, and it just went past his head, but Brentford defended it well.
The corner comes in by Robertson, and out it goes to Salah, who will take aim from distance, all right on the edge of the penalty area, but comfortably into the hands of David Raya.
Yeah, great first touch. We've seen him score plenty from the edge of the penalty area in that position, but never really wrapped his foot around it enough there. Easy one for Raya.
Well, Brentford hoping to go on a run of 3 wins on the bounce. The last time they did that was back in January, when they also beat Liverpool in the reverse fixture 3-1. Back in the start of January the 2nd that was. Konate actually scoring an own goal in that game. Wisser and Burmo, the 2 others for Brentford to get on the score sheet. Actually, Oxlade-Chamberlain scoring for Liverpool in that game. And Brentford can clear the danger away, as Liverpool at the moment looking the more dangerous, Leon.
Yeah, I think the pattern of the game is set. I think Brentford are dropping away. Even Tony and Mbeumo, when Liverpool have the ball, drop to only 10 or 15 yards from their own 18-yard box. Happy for Liverpool to have the ball, happy for Liverpool to go side to side. What they do need to be wary of is allowing Trent Alexander-Arnold too much time in those positions, because he really can find a pass with the amount of bodies Liverpool do have ahead of him.
9 minutes gone in this game, still goalless between Liverpool and Brentford here on 5 Live. Alexander-Arnold has it, plays it over to the left-hand side to find Andy Robertson. Jota was the option, but Robertson picks up again and gets it through the legs this time of Onyeka, but Onyeka wins it back for Brentford, and Jota does well to win the ball back for Liverpool as they try and come forward, but he can't keep the ball in play, and it will be a throw-in to Liverpool, and Robertson wants to take it quickly, but just has to hold this throw-in to wait for the options to become available. Jota is one of them to that left-hand side, goes all the way through and out for another throw-in. Last touch coming off Aaron Hickey.
There's a number of players slipping over, Pete. I mean, you come out, you do your warm-up, you get your feel for the ground and how slick it is. But just before kick-off, the Liverpool ground staff really did put a lot of water on the surface just to make it as slick as possible. And both sets of players, I think, just been caught out a little bit by that.
Well, it's probably one thing that they don't want to happen is for it not to catch Liverpool out, but it to catch Brentford out.
I'm sure that's the case, but players from both teams have found themselves just slipping over at poor moments, whether they're in possession of the ball or certainly trying to win the ball back. It's been a competitive start to the game.
It certainly has been. Still goalless though between Liverpool and Brentford in this late Saturday kickoff. And Ivan Toney just fouled there, so it will be a free kick, which the goalkeeper David Raya will be taking. And he urges his Brentford players to get higher up the pitch as they try and create a chance of their own. At the moment, it's been Liverpool who have been dominating, trying to get forward, creating chances themselves as well. But now Brentford back in control with Raya playing the ball forward, looking for his two centre forwards who are waiting for it, and Burmo and Ivan Toney making themselves available, and Burmo at the moment trying to get past Alexander-Arnold, but Liverpool have won the ball back down that right hand side and they weave their way through with Gakpo. Salah finds Nunez. Gakpo again, this is brilliant for Liverpool, and Salah has it on the right hand side. Options arriving in the penalty area, has to try and get past that Brentford defence, and it was a brilliantly weighted ball over, looking for Darwin Nunez, who was trying to tower above but he couldn't quite stretch far enough, and it was well defended by Brentford in the end.
Well, just like Konate only moments before, I think Nunez misses it. It's a brilliant move, you're right, from back to front, one touch play, overlapping runners, underlapping runners, people getting into really advanced positions, and then Mo Salah delivers a beautiful ball with the outside of his left foot just from wide of the 18-yard box. It's over the head of Pinnock, and yeah, I think Nunez could get on the end of it. I think he just takes his eyes off it momentarily. 6 yards out on line with the front post. I should have expected him to score from there.
Well, it is a corner because it was Zanka who was able to clear away the danger. And the delivery comes in, and again Toney this time, who was able to get there for Brentford, plays it out. And it reaches the feet of Salah again, who places it in, looking for Virgil van Dijk, and this time Ben Mee can clear it only as far as Curtis Jones, who tries to take aim from distance again. Out to Fabinho. As the chances come in, they are knocking on the door, Liverpool, and the door keeps shutting by Brentford. They're not finding a way through yet, Liverpool, but they'll keep going. Salah on this right-hand side, Fabinho on the edge of the penalty area again, looking to place it across, and Salah's there to tap it in. Well, Virgil van Dijk was able to get across, and it was an easy tap-in at the far post from Salah, and Liverpool have the breakthrough here. 12 minutes on the clock, Liverpool 1, Brentford 0.
Yeah, a really good goal from Liverpool. A tap-in from Salah, but at the second attempt, he tried to knock it in with his right foot initially. Didn't quite catch it, but thankfully for him, it didn't go too far away from him. Just seeing it again, Brentford are complaining. They feel there was an offside in the build-up. Just seeing a wonderfully clipped ball from Fabinho to the back post. Van Dijk up against, I think it's Ivan Toney. I think Brentford feel there's a foul in there from Van Dijk. I don't think there was. I don't think the contact was significant enough. Van Dijk, you think he's going for goal, he heads it back across the face of Raya, back into the path of Mo Salah, who never seems to be in the wrong position, always following up, doesn't quite find the back of the net with his first touch with his right foot, but certainly converts with his left. Really good play by Liverpool. The pressure's been building and they found themselves ahead.
Well, it was of course checked, and as you can hear from the cheers, the goal stands, and it's Mo Salah who gets Liverpool ahead in this game. As Leon was saying, he tried it with his right foot, but then he had to make sure with his left foot to find the back of the net to send it past David Raya, and Mo Salah continues his scoring form here at Anfield. 9 goals in a row in 9 home games for Mo Salah, and that is goal number 19 in the Premier League, his 30th goal in all competitions as well, and a brilliant start for Liverpool, who continue the momentum that they have been building. 5 wins on the bounce ahead of this game, 7 games unbeaten as well. Brentford looking to try and respond, and Burmo has it on the edge of the area, forced back though and placed in by Jensen, picked up by Ben Mee, and he couldn't quite get the connection he wanted, and out it will go for a goal kick.
Ben Mee's complaining he wanted more of a delivered ball with curl. That was really pinged low, wasn't much he could do with that. But on to Mo Salah, I mean, some people continue to say he's not having the best of seasons and he's below his own standards. Well, 30 goals in any season is a very impressive standard. 19 in the Premier League. His good run of form in front of goal is coinciding with Liverpool winning games again. The confidence is oozing through him and through this Liverpool team, converting a lot more chances.
That's now 11 goals in his last 12 Premier League appearances. He did only have 1 goal and 1 assist in his previous 8 appearances before that, Mo Salah. And now an opportunity for Darwin Núñez to try and make his way through. He's got to try and get past and does take the strike on. He got past Zanka in the end, but Darwin Núñez stopped by Raya.
Yeah, the goalkeeper made the save. I think it's been brought back for an offside. I think Núñez just made his run too soon. He tried to spin in, realised he was offside, then tried to apply the brakes. But by that point, he'd already drifted, probably half a yard offside. The officials, as they do these days, kept his flag down until Raya had made his save. But unfortunately for him, he couldn't convert anyway.
How pleased will Brentford be with the season that they're having so far? Would they have expected to even be in reach of potentially even a European Conference place at the start of this season?
Probably not. When you start the season, anybody who's not going for the top 6 or 7 wants to get to that 40 points mark, wants to first and foremost assure that you're going to stay in the Premier League. But you also look around your dressing room and there is quite often a belief that you've got enough quality to do more than just that, to maybe push for the top half, to maybe see how things go. Then you need a bit of a run of form, you need a bit of luck along the way. I wouldn't say Brentford have had luck in particular, but what they have had is a goal scorer, and the difference that can make for teams. If you've got a guy that's going to score 20 or 20 plus goals in a season, it's incredible, like Ivan Toney has.
On the ball to the feet of Zanka, plays it back to his goalkeeper Raya. And Raya forward looking for his 2 centre forwards, and it's Mbeumo who is chasing it down, and Andy Robertson couldn't quite get the touch he wanted. It plays it out, and it will be a throw into Brentford, just in line with that penalty area on the near side here.
I don't think Brentford will be too concerned at the moment. They'll have known coming to Anfield, Liverpool will try and start quick. They'll know, will have known they wouldn't have as much possession. It's 68% to Liverpool at the moment, 32 to Brentford, and they would have known that coming into the game. But what they do is they try to play the ball long, get people into dangerous positions, win long throw-ins, get corner kicks, get set pieces like they have now.
A Liverpool lead by a goal to 0, 17.5 minutes on the clock. Cleared away by Jota, and forward it goes to Salah, who was making his way over the halfway line, tried to keep hold of it, and Brentford can win the possession back. It was actually a free kick given to Brentford inside that centre circle.
Yeah, nearly a devastating counter-attack from Liverpool. Jota just playing I'm giving them credit. It may have been a loopy, long, left-footed strike, but it was right into the path, it seemed, of Mo Salah, and Hickey did really well to match his run, make sure he won the initial header, and then both sets of players following up, both slipped, as I've spoken about earlier. Brentford eventually getting the free kick.
And David Raya, the goalkeeper for Brentford, takes the free kick, looking all the way to the left-hand side to try and create something, but Van Dijk can clear it away for Liverpool, only as far as Rico Henry, who comfortably plays it back to his goalkeeper, who is way out of his area at the moment, but he's not being put under any pressure by Liverpool. And that was a poor pass really over to the left-hand side from the goalkeeper, Brentford goalkeeper Raya, looking for Mbeumo on that left-hand side, and they've given the ball away, and it's a throw into Liverpool.
I think what Brentford will be encouraged by is every time they have gone long, they've won the first contact on that long ball, whether it be Toney or whether it be Ben Mee, who's been into an advanced position. They've won that first header. Liverpool have defended the second ball very well up to this point, and they've won the first header well. Here
is Robertson down the left side for Liverpool, charging forward inside the Brentford half. Now Jota has it on the edge of the penalty area, looking to try and find a way through. Back out it goes to Jones. Jones has spotted an opening up, and he takes the shot, and it's straight into the hands of David Raya.
Ambitious from Curtis Jones. He was in a really good position, maybe better served just keeping the Liverpool attack going. Would have had to be something special to beat Raya from probably 35 yards out on the angle, straight into the goalkeeper.
Well, Thomas Frank, the Brentford head coach, looking to become the first manager to complete the league double over Jurgen Klopp, and that's the first time since Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich did it against Klopp's Dortmund back in 2015. So it's been quite a while since that's ever happened to Jurgen Klopp. Interestingly as well, Thomas Frank, third longest serving manager in the Premier League behind Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola.
They are incredible stats.
Which just shows the state of play of the amount of managers that have been able to stay in the Premier League so far this season. Darwin Nunez making his way through, and a vital block there from Ben Mee. He's absolutely furious at his players. And he needed more support there, he's saying.
Yeah, chances at both ends of the pitch. Brentford again winning the long ball. Flick on, and Mbeumo hitting it on the first, on the swivel first time, making Alisson make a save. And then straight up the other end, Liverpool, good play. Salah dropping wide. An underlapping run, which is what frustrated Ben Mee. Nobody tracking that run. And suddenly Liverpool forced the corner.
Well, they're taking it quickly. Liverpool with Alexander-Arnold playing it in and away by Pinnock for Brentford. Only as far as Salah, who tried to get it through again, but this time Rico Henry was able to collect it. But Salah wins the ball back for Liverpool as they try and aim closer and closer to the danger zone. Salah again finds the space opening up on this left side to find Curtis Jones, trying to weave his way past Ben Mee. In the end, it's out to Darwin Nunez and picked up here by Virgil van Dijk, who again takes the strike from distance, and it was quite an ambitious one as well. Out wide it goes, and nothing too testing this time for the Brentford goalkeeper.
Yeah, again, ambitious, probably even further out than Curtis Jones' shot moments ago, maybe 36, 37 yards, but nobody came to him. I mentioned how deep Brentford are getting in these situations. Tony and Mbeumo going all the way back into a midfield line, so Van Dijk just felt, why not? Hit it. I think it went outside the 6-yard box, so it was never going to trouble the goalkeeper, but Brentford don't half play deep.
That's the voice of the former Everton midfielder Leon Osman alongside me. 21 minutes gone here, and it's still Liverpool 1, Brentford 0 on 5 Live. And Brentford looking to try and find a response to that opening Liverpool goal from Mo Salah, who continues his goal-scoring form here at Anfield. Goal number 19 in the Premier League for Mo Salah. And Brentford, who have been trying to push for an equaliser, but it's Liverpool really who have had the better of the chances. They've had more control, and I suppose that is something that Thomas Frank knew he was getting into coming here. He spoke about how difficult it was for away teams to try and play at Anfield, especially against this Anfield crowd.
Yeah, I mean, most teams that come here have to be on the losing side of the possession battle, but Brentford actually don't mind doing it. I think 11 out of their 12 wins this season have come with less than 50% possession, so they're well adept to staying in games, making it difficult, taking opportunities when they come along, defending really well, getting set pieces. They're well attuned to staying in the game, so as long as there's only one goal difference, this game can remain very competitive.
Well, there will be a free kick for Brentford just inside the Liverpool half on that far side, and it is Matthias Jansen who's down at the moment and just needs a couple of seconds just to collect himself again before they do take this free kick. Mbeumo, the player, ready to take it. Reminder, you can catch Match of the Day tonight from 10:30 with Gary Lineker, Ian Wright and Alan Shearer on BBC One. You can watch back all of the highlights from today's games. Manchester City against Leeds, the kick-off today, which saw Manchester City win 2-1. It was an interesting and exciting end to that game, though. Manchester City missing a penalty. Ilkay Gundogan, who was on for a hat-trick, missed it. And then Leeds were able to get a goal back from Rodrigo.
It shows that every Premier League game is, you know, whether it's top versus bottom, you have to make sure you're doing your jobs properly. You have to convert chances when they come along, and that's why no Premier League game is ever unrecoverable from until that referee blows the final whistle.
Ivan Toney for Brentford has it on the left side inside the Liverpool half, but he's looking for options, and the referee spotted a foul there as Konate was just holding back Ivan Toney, who was making his way through. He's complaining to the referee, didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, very physical competition between those two. Ivan Toney up against Konate, both feeling that they should get the upper hand, both confident in their own ability. Ivan Toney just protecting the ball really well there. Konate just felt he could win it, got far too close, end up giving the free kick away. Brentford may have an issue at the other end.
Yeah, it's Ethan Pinnock I think they're struggling at the moment for Brentford, who is just requiring some treatment at the moment. It was from an earlier challenge that he went into with Darwin Núñez, and he's still struggling. I think it's his shoulder, actually, that he's struggling with.
Just as the ball was coming in their vicinity, he just had his shoulder or his arm behind his back, just as Darwin Núñez came in and gave him a shoulder barge, and he just moved his shoulder behind his back rather than into the rest of his body. Whether it's pinched something, whether it's actually hurt him in a more significant way, I'm sure we'll find out in a few moments' time, but there does seem a touch of concern on the substitutes bench.
Well, the Brentford's manager, Thomas Frank, just speaking with his backroom staff. They've got the paperwork out, looking at all the different formations. They'll have to wait and see if Ethan Pinnock will be okay to continue. He's just jogging his way over to the touchline now. He seems okay, so we'll have to wait and see, but the free kick just being paused at the moment, just as they wait for Pinnock to make his way off, and it will be Burmo or Matthias Jensen. The two are ready to take this for Brentford, just inside the Liverpool half on that far side. And Brentford still looking for a reaction to going a goal down 13 minutes into the game. Mo Salah scoring. 1-0 to Liverpool it is at the moment. 26 minutes on the clock. Burmo with the delivery over to this right side, played in again, but nothing too testing in the end, and Liverpool were able to clear it, and the referee says play on. They thought there was a foul in there, and Burmo, who blocked the way through for Jota, is shown a yellow card inside the centre circle.
Yeah, and the referee right to go to his notebook there to give out that yellow card. Really good again from Liverpool, because Brentford win, as I've said again, first contact from that long ball forward, but Liverpool are always in a position to win the second, and from there they break. It's really strong play by Mo Salah holding the ball up. The crowd wanted a foul, referee said play on, flicked it to Núñez. He put it in front of Diogo Jota, he just flicked it round, and Wemon would have been in through one-on-one if not brought down. So easy yellow card for the referee to give.
Alexander-Arnold has it inside the Liverpool half, plays it out wide to Konate. He's looking for options, and the option was Darwin Núñez, who was making himself available, as was Mo Salah, but it was well defended in the end by Brentford, who can start to charge forward now, and as they were doing so, Frank Onyeka was taken down just outside the centre circle inside the Liverpool half, and it will be another free kick to Brentford.
Well, they've got to be careful of that, Liverpool. Darwin Núñez in particular, they work some good play, the ball's played up to him unopposed, under no real pressure, and he gives the ball away really cheaply, and they could have had an attack themselves, and from there Brentford see spaces to run into, opportunities when Liverpool aren't quite set up defensively.
We will be going to the rugby in just a second, but first it's a free kick to Brentford, just outside that centre circle. And again, plenty of options for Jensen to try and aim for. Decides to go to his left-hand side, but they couldn't find the blue shirts he was looking for. And again, the attack is on for Liverpool. Jota trying to get away from Hickey. Jota again up against Hickey. This is quite the battle, but Hickey just about got the right touch to play it towards the goalkeeper Raya, and Brentford could get it away. Only as far though as Robertson. And forward they go again, Liverpool, down this left-hand side. Jones plays it back to Virgil van Dijk. Finds Alexander-Arnold, who's come infield again, places over for Darwin Núñez. Couldn't get the touch, and he couldn't get it past Raya, and it goes wide. How on earth has he missed that, Leon?
What a pass by Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's why he's playing in the centre of the pitch. That's why he's so dominant in there on the ball. I said if Brentford give him too much time, he can unlock the door, and this is a wonderful ball. He's got all the time in the world to play it, but when he's in possession of the ball, players ahead of him make runs. They know he's capable of finding. He loops it up over the head of Hickey. Darwin Núñez comes in, should be hitting it with the inside of his foot. He tries to hit with the outside of his right, completely mistimes it from about 12 yards out, and big chance that for Liverpool.
Darwin Núñez missing a big chance for Liverpool to try and extend their lead, to try and double their advantage. Almost half an hour played in this game. All right, time to go and check on the rugby, the full-time score. Watching Bath Rugby against Saracens in the Gallagher Premiership, Claire Thomas.
Both have done it. They will be in the Champions Cup next season. They started the day tied on points with Bristol, with their West Country rivals ahead on points difference only. But after a truly thrilling couple of hours, both here and at Ashton Gate, it's Bath who have overhauled them at the end of a 90-point thriller. England's Ollie Lawrence landed the hammer blow. Full-time Bath, 61. Saracens, 29. Bath in the Champions Cup next year.
Claire, thank you very much. There was a chance coming in for Liverpool on that left-hand side. Again, Darwin Nunez weaving his way through to the left. Saw the opportunity, got the cross in, but it was really well defended in the end by Ben Mee, who got the crucial interception to stop it.
Yeah, good break. There's a bit of a coming together between, I think it's Zanka and Diogo Jota. When they challenged for the ball, Liverpool broke from it. I don't know if there was something said or someone kicked out off the ball. The referee's just going over to have a look at it now. We're just going to see it again. It was poor from Zanka initially, giving the ball away, and then the pair of them fly into a tackle. And they're just holding each other and grappling on the floor when Liverpool broke. Good break from Liverpool. Nunez down the channel, trying to whip a ball in. Ben Mee defending it well, but referee still trying to deal with this situation.
Leon Osman alongside me here at Anfield, watching Liverpool against Brentford. Currently Liverpool leading by a goal to nil, just over half an hour played, and Liverpool have got themselves another corner, and it's Andy Robertson who is set and ready to take this on the near side for Liverpool as they look to try and double their advantage. Robertson with the delivery, and the referee saw a little push in the penalty area there, and it will be going the way of the visitors, Brentford.
Yeah, frustration again for Liverpool, because that was a cheap free kick to give away. A good delivery into the penalty area from Robertson. A good bit of whip. He had players attacking it, and just don't want to give cheap free kicks away. Let the defensive unit get out really easily. So Liverpool have been applying the pressure, had more possession. They've been a better team up to this point.
Fabinho trying to hold off the pressure that Mbeumo was putting on him, and Konate plays it back to Alexander-Arnold, who this time is being put under pressure, and Brentford have won it back by Toney. Chance again, and Ivan Toney couldn't finish, and Mbeumo was there as well. Mbeumo played it to Ivan Toney, but the defenders for Liverpool had to make sure they cleared it away. Virgil van Dijk getting in the way just in time.
Yeah, he recovered really well, did Virgil van Dijk. They just tried to be a bit cute at the back there, Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold just got caught in possession. 3 Brentford players closing him down, but they just couldn't quite figure out the pass to get Ivan Toney through on goal. Virgil van Dijk quick to spot the danger and over to make the recovering tackle.
Well, Ivan Toney has scored 45% of Brentford's Premier League away goals this season. He's already got 20 goals in the Premier League so far, and he is looking to try and get on the score sheet this afternoon to try and level things up here at Anfield. At the moment, Liverpool leading by just a goal to nil. Brentford have been pushing for an equaliser. Ball into the penalty area, and it was defended out for a goal kick. The Brentford looking for a corner, but they couldn't find it. Konate doing just about enough, and it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, well, they've just shown enough, I think, Brentford, to make Liverpool know that they can't lose their concentration levels. Brentford have been good with aerial duels. They've been getting a bit better with regards to pressurising Liverpool defensively, making it more difficult for them to play out. Won the ball back there. Any concern, Liverpool, but Liverpool will be pleased with how this opening 33 minutes has gone.
Brentford with a ball in their possession, and Hickey plays it back to his goalkeeper David Raya, and forward looking for Ivan Toney. Good touch there by Toney on the left side, looking to play it through to Jensen, and the control is there, and Brentford will try and keep this in possession with Hickey, who plays it against the legs of Robertson, and out it goes for a throw-in as they edge closer and closer towards danger against Liverpool. Hickey making his way forward almost in line with the penalty area on this near side. It will be a throw-in, and it will be left for Matthias Jensen to try and take this long throw, with those light blue shirts starting to crowd the penalty area. Jensen waits for options to arrive and decides actually he's going to take a little bit more time and get a bit more of a run-up to get this throw-in into the penalty area, and he does so, and it was straight into the head of the Liverpool players, and it will be a corner for Brentford.
Yeah, when they get up here, Brentford, they just keep trying to apply the pressure. I think that's what Liverpool have actually done well in the opening half an hour of the game. They've won the second balls. Brentford like to put the ball in, long throw-ins, corners, set pieces, win the second ball, get it wide, get crosses in and try and wear you down. Have done that in the last minute or two with their attacks. Previously, Liverpool had always won every second ball.
Burmo takes the corner quickly to Vitaly Janelt. Janelt has it now, being put under pressure by Jota, but Burmo again finds it into the back legs of Andy Robertson, and out it goes for another throw into Brentford at the moment. Liverpool just keeping Brentford at the moment in this place. They can't really find a way through into that penalty area. Matthias Jensen again with the throw-in, waiting for options to become available, and Burmo was making the run forward, and again he's waiting. Takes a longer run up, Matthias Jensen, to try and create something. The last one didn't work out too well. Jensen again into that similar area looking for the near post. Liverpool are able to clear it, but Jensen back in. It was a good looping ball back in again for Brentford. Dangerous, but Nunez for Liverpool able to clear it away, and eventually Robertson on the follow-up plays it forward to Salah. And now a bit of space opening up for Liverpool, who eventually have been able to clear a little bit of danger from Brentford, who were keeping them sort of locked in that little bit of area here on the near side.
Yeah, much better from Brentford. As I said, winning the second balls, moving it wide, trying to get more deliveries into the penalty area. Felt comfortable enough to leave their centre-backs in the penalty area, waiting for the delivery. But instead that, Liverpool have defended their 18-yard box pretty well, trying to stop the crosses before they even make it into the penalty area.
1-0 to Liverpool here on 5 Live, 36 minutes on the clock, and Brentford trying to push for an equaliser. Liverpool have had some big chances themselves, one of those falling to the feet of Darwin Nunez, who couldn't take it to try and double the lead. Brentford with the ball over the top looking for Ivan Toney, couldn't quite find it, and it will be a free kick on the edge of the penalty area actually for Brentford, and Liverpool aren't happy with this decision.
Well, they're not, because Franco Henry makes an early run and he's clearly 4 or 5 yards offside. We're not far away from being online ourselves, and it's one of them that the official could flag, but he's waiting until to see how the attack goes. Trent Alexander-Arnold feels he has to defend it. All he can do is head it back into a central position, and Onyeka's the first to arrive at it, takes a touch, fouled by Fabinho, and now instead of having a free kick for offside, Liverpool have to defend a free kick themselves, only about 5 yards outside their penalty area.
So another set piece opportunity for Brentford to try and find a reaction to that early goal from Liverpool, but and this is a position really, Leon, that Brentford will be hoping they can try and test Alisson from.
Well, it's a position Ivan Toney has showed already this season he's got real quality from. As I said, 5 yards outside the penalty area, probably on line with a post. So he's shown he's got the quality. Liverpool's wall is huge. They've got the draft excluder. It'll be very difficult to get it up and back down again.
And it will be Toney who takes it. It's a really good one too, and it was driven down low and hard as well to Alisson's left, and it just went wide.
Yeah, Alisson showed a touch of concern there, full stretch out with that left arm. We were all expecting Ivan Toney probably to go goalkeeper's side, but to go aerially to try and get in that top corner. He went really low. Alisson was stretching. I think, in fairness, Alisson may have had it covered, but good effort from Toney.
About a minute and a half away from hitting that 40-minute mark. Still Liverpool lead by a goal to nil. But here's an opportunity for Mbeumo to try and break free for Brentford. Up against Van Dijk, but the referee spotted the foul in there before they made their way through. And it will be a free kick to Liverpool.
Yeah, just spotted a handball. Virgil van Dijk just put enough pressure on Mbeumo as he spun in between the two Liverpool centre-backs. Just enough pressure on him that just made Mbeumo use that arm. I don't think it was an intentional handball, but it just hit his arm, and then once he spun inside into that Liverpool penalty area, the referee was always going to blow for a free kick. But Brentford have grown into this half. They've started to push Liverpool backwards as this half's progressed. Haven't quite made that opportunity yet though.
And Jota was trying to make the run down on the left-hand side. I enjoyed hearing the question to Thomas Frank about whether he would ever swap Ivan Toney for Erling Haaland. Don't think you could ever say that about one of your players. Ivan Toney, though, was giving him lots of praise, of course. Their top scorer this season, 21 goals in all competitions, 20 in the Premier League. But now it's Mbeumo who's coming forward for Brentford. Tries to get past Van Dijk. Oh, it's a brilliant goal. Mbeumo was able to lift it away from Alisson, but the flag is up. So the celebrations are cut short for Brentford.
Well, we'll see it again, because it would have been really close just from my first viewing of it. But the move to get in behind that Liverpool defence was brilliant. Short throw into midfield, dropped into Ivan Toney, who flicked it, whipped it round the corner, in behind the inside shoulder of Virgil van Dijk. And Mbeumo set off early, realised his body position was facing towards the goal. Virgil van Dijk wasn't. Once he was behind Van Dijk, it was quality play. I do think, just seeing it again, I think he's half a yard offside, maybe. It does look offside. The VAR will check it, but Mbeumo did brilliantly from that position. Cut across Van Dijk, who couldn't bring him down. Went past Trent Alexander-Arnold, whipped it past Alisson as well. Wonderful bit of play once he got there. It's all about, was he just half a yard offside?
Well, VAR are checking it, and as we can see on our screens, they are really zooming in with their cameras at the moment, because it's extremely tight, isn't it? Virgil van Dijk up against Mbeumo. They're just checking whether the knee, perhaps, of Virgil van Dijk was playing Mbeumo onside or offside. It is extremely tight, this one, isn't it?
It is tight. I do think it looks a touch offside. But, having said that, it was just a moment from Virgil van Dijk. Him and Mbeumo were actually running together. Van Dijk just put the brakes on at the perfect time, and yes, the referees give it offside.
And Liverpool straight away trying to get the attack on again, as Salah was looking to play it through to Nunez, but it was safely into the hands of Raya for Brentford, who will take his time with this at the moment to try and find a way through, looking for Ivan Toney, who has to go up against Konate, and that has been a battle that you've been looking forward to seeing so far. Konate and Ivan Toney is taken down there by Fabinho, I think it was, and he goes down, and it looks to be in quite a lot of pain, holding his leg. Fabinho showing the yellow card.
Well, I think Fabinho does actually get a touch on the ball here, but the ball is bouncing probably chest height, and he's had to sort of jump to it. To be fair, it's Ivan Toney's midriff. It's probably my chest height, but Ivan Toney's midriff. And Fabinho stretched, he's lunged, he's took a touch on the ball, but because he's lunged, he couldn't help but follow through into the thigh of Ivan Toney. So brought him down. Free kick, I think rightly, to Brentford in that situation.
So a free kick just to the left-hand side as Brentford firing towards the Kop end, and another opportunity about 5 yards away from the penalty area, and a couple of those Brentford players wanting to take this one, but it will be probably another opportunity for Mbeumo, because Ivan Toney is making his way away from the ball, so it won't be him, Mbeumo or Matthias Jensen, the two who will take this free kick. Ivan Toney has placed himself right in between those Liverpool defenders. Mbeumo with the delivery, looking for Toney again, and it was dangerous, but looped into the hands of Alisson.
It actually came off Fabinho. Him and Ivan Toney were having a real wrestling match. I wondered why Toney had stepped away from it rather than taking the free kick himself, but they looked to put the free kick onto his head. Fabinho wrestling best he could, directed it towards his own goalkeeper, who thankfully for him was in a really good position just to comfortably bring it in.
So Liverpool still lead by a goal to nil, almost reached the 45-minute mark, about a minute away from that, and finding out how much time we will have added on in this first half. For Jones for Liverpool centrally, making his way forward inside the Brentford half and looking to create something into that danger area as they make their way through. This is Salah, good possession from Liverpool, gets the opportunity to Jota inside the penalty area, but it's taken away, and Brentford can clear it only as far as the Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson. Now hearing there will be about 3 minutes added on in this first half, but Liverpool in possession at the moment, looking to hold on to the control as they've got it. Brentford, who have been knocking on the door looking for that equaliser. It was Mo Salah 13 minutes into the game who was able to make it 1-0. And neither team have been able to really create too many clear-cut chances. I suppose Darwin Núñez will be one of those that will be going in. Frustrated that he wasn't able to take a very, very good chance for Liverpool to make it 2. Salah weaving his way through that right-hand side, but Ben Mee collects it for Brentford and takes it away out of the feet of Salah as they try and come forward again. And Konate was able to get the touch in there.
Again, that was a crunching tackle from Konate on Ivan Toney. Konate just apologising to the referee, I think trying to avoid any further retribution and any further incident. He's just had a right swipe at him. Ball ends up coming off Toney and going out. Referee right to give a free kick. Konate's actually fortunate not to see a yellow card for that.
Well, we are into 3 minutes of added time in this first half. It has been one of those partnerships, really, I suppose, or those head-to-head between Ivan Toney and Konate that you were looking forward to seeing how he dealt with the threat of Ivan Toney coming at him.
Yeah, it's been a good tussle. I think, if I'm being completely honest, I think Toney's won most of the balls that have come in the air between the two of them, but Konate's positional sense has been very good. Toney's not been able to get away from him when Brentford have attacked. Liverpool's back four have been in good positions to win second balls, but Brentford have certainly grown into the half, and Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp will be a touch concerned that his team haven't been able to go on and convert that early dominance into a more substantial lead.
Fabinho forward looking for Salah in space, who comes centrally halfway inside the Brentford half, but Brentford have won it back again as they try and fire forward in these final moments of the first half. Hickey back to his goalkeeper David Raya, who plays it forward looking for Ivan Toney on the left hand side. It was a good touch to play it forward to Jensen. Brentford gradually making their way through centrally into the feet of Onyeka, who just lops it forward to Ivan Toney and into the hands of Alisson this time. Just looking down, Leon, at some statistics of the season that Liverpool have had. They haven't been in the top four all season. Would that be one of the most frustrating parts of their season so far, that they haven't even been able to reach top four at all?
Surprising, more than everything else. I mean, you look at this team that was competing all the way until the last game of the season, as they have done for the last few seasons for the title. They nearly won quadruple. They won the 2 cup competitions domestically, and they just had a real drop. Whether this run towards the end of the season is going to bring that positivity back again, I think that's what Jurgen Klopp will be saying. Let's finish strongly. Let's show now that we've been over the what we're going to call a transition period. Now we're ready to kick on. We'll finish the season strongly, start well next.
Van Dijk has it in the centre circle, plays it across over the halfway line to Robertson, and now Fabinho. Liverpool at the moment comfortable in possession as they just try and play out these 3 minutes of added time in the first half. Still Liverpool leading by 1-0 here on 5 Live and the late Saturday afternoon kickoff. Van Dijk across to Robertson again. Robertson forward and stopped in his tracks. And that will be that for the first half. Well, there were chances at both ends, but Liverpool were able to take them thanks to Mo Salah, who was able to get a tap in for his 19th goal in the Premier League of the season. He continues his fine form in front of goal here at Anfield. 13 minutes into the game, made it 1-0. Brentford couldn't find the answers, but it's been an entertaining first 45 minutes so far. The half-time score, Liverpool 1, Brentford 0.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Leon. Back for the second half at Anfield. Elsewhere in the Premier League today, Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 3, Manchester City 2, Leeds 1, Tottenham 1, Crystal Palace 0, and Wolves 1, Aston Villa 0. Reaction to come during half-time, but it's been the final day of the regular season in the Gallagher Premiership, and there has been some dramatic rugby union, Chris Jones.
Yeah, really dramatic day, Mark. We said before the games, didn't we, that it'd be great if there was jeopardy at all ends of the table and the top 4 was still up for grabs. But in terms of this race for the top 8 and those final Champions Cup places, we had high drama today. Bristol playing Gloucester, the game we had commentary on Sports Extra. Bristol win 36-21, but Bath, who started the day needing to match or better Bristol's performance and make up an 8-point points differential, They hammered Saracens by 61-29. One of the nominees for Premiership Player of the Season, Ollie Lawrence, scoring a try from 40 metres out right at the end. And that meant that Bath, after their late season rally, have snuck in to 8th place at Bristol's expense. That'll be very sweet for Bath, making the top 8 and denying their fierce rivals. And because of that brilliant win over Saracens and all the points they scored, it is Bath who finish 8th, and Bath will play Champions Cup rugby next season, and both Bristol and Gloucester miss out.
Thank you very much, Chris. Here are the final scores in all those games. Bath 61, Saracens 29, Bristol 36, Gloucester 21, Leicester 17, Harlequins 20, London Irish 17, Exeter 14, Sale 54, Newcastle 12. Saracens win the league, the regular season. They'll play Northampton in the playoffs. Sale will be at home to Leicester. In the Rugby Championship playoffs, Stormers beat Bulls 33-21. Nearly midway through the second half between Leinster and Sharks, and the Irish side lead by 28 points to 5. One of the stories of the day came at Newmarket as Frankie Dettori partnered Caldeon to win the final 2,000 guineas of his career before retirement. Dettori's 4th win in the opening classic race of the flat season.
You couldn't write it, could you? I mean, so surreal. You know, I was on a fight with O'Sheen, and once I got rid of him, I thought, I'm sure something's going to come, and I saw plenty of daylight. Oh, I can't believe this happened to me. Honestly, just, you know, my last guineas, to win it in front of my own crowd, amazing. Winning classes are difficult. It's my last season, and to cap it up with the classic, beyond my wildest dreams, I'll be honest with you, it's been tremendous. You know, after what happened in Newbury, I thought, oh my God, please stay on this time. Yeah, look, let me savor the moment. My emotions are all over the place. I don't know if I want to cry or laugh or enjoy it. I'm just so messed up at the moment, but let me just soak it all in.
Frankie Dettori there. Day 3 around the country in the county championship. Let's round everything up with Kevin Howells at Headingley.
Yeah, it's been disrupted a lot by rain, I'm afraid, but the standout performance most definitely ahead of this Ashes summer, the world #1 test batter, Australian Marnus Labuschagne for Glamorgan here in Leeds. 170 not out, 24 fours, 1-6 of 207 balls. Glamorgan declared their second innings 352 for 4, leaving Yorkshire just the little job of 492 runs to win the match. But rain late this afternoon meant that, I'm afraid, that chase did not begin today. Tomorrow, Glamorgan need 10 wickets to win the match, and Johnny Bairstow might be hoping for more time in the middle and more support from his teammates to try and save the game. Hopefully the weather will be better tomorrow at 11 o'clock start. Some headlines from elsewhere in the LV Insurance County Championship. After long delays for rain in Nottingham, they did get on a little bit towards the end of the day. Lancashire's second innings dominant at 219 for 4. It's a lead of 184 runs over Notts. Northampton 48 for no wicket trails Somerset second innings by 109. And in the Rachel Hayo-Flint Trophy, the defending champions Northern Diamonds were bowled out for only 62 to lose to the Blaze by 4 wickets. And a very tight game at Old Trafford, which has just finished match tied under the DLS method, Thunder versus Central Sparks.
In the IPL today, England's Phil Salters hit 87 off 45 balls as the Delhi Capitals look set to beat Royal Challengers Bangalore. Earlier, Chennai Super Kings beat Mumbai Indians by 6 wickets. 6:23. Carl Hartley has the news.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Thanks, Mark. The King and Queen have appeared on the Buckingham Palace balcony for the first time since being crowned. They were joined by other members of the royal family to wave to thousands of cheering supporters as a scaled back flypast by the RAF took place. The Metropolitan Police are being criticised for arresting several anti-monarchy protesters before the coronation. Human Rights Watch described it as something you would expect to see in Moscow, not London. The police say they arrested 4 people on suspicion of conspiracy to cause a public nuisance. Thousands of Liverpool fans booed the national anthem before their game with Brentford. The Premier League has encouraged all clubs to play it before matches this weekend to mark the coronation. It's not the first time supporters of the club have booed it due to their long-standing resentment against the establishment. And in other news, Ukraine's military says it's managed to shoot down a Russian missile which Vladimir Putin boasted was unstoppable. Officials say they used an anti-missile system called Patriot, given to them by the US.
Take time for yourself with BBC Sounds.
Let's take a moment to come into the space.
The music and meditation podcast with Neil.
If you're curious about meditation or new to it, this is the perfect place for you.
The Mindful Mix. And Ultimate Cam with Oliver Arnolds.
Exploring music that can bring complete peace of mind.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
This is 5 Live Sport with Mark Chapman.
Liverpool lead Brentford by a goal to 0, second half on the way, and then it's 606 08 085 909 693. Manchester City are now 4 points clear at the top of the table. They beat Leeds 2-1 at 2-0 up in the second half. Erling Haaland let Ilkay Gundogan take a spot kick because Gundogan was on a hat-trick. Gundogan hit the post. Let's hear from Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, the game was really good. We played exceptional, and we cannot forget 3 games in 6 days. They're so demanding and everything. So the team played really good. Exceptional, I would say, exceptional.
What impressed you the most, though, about the performance? Was it the fact that it was so comfortable, it was dominated possession, but your concentration and focus?
But not just the possession, we created a lot of chances. We were a little bit more clinical up front. We could score 3 or 4 or 5 goals in 45 minutes. But when analyzing 95 minutes, yeah, the last 5-6 minutes we suffered for the result. We didn't create anything, but the way we played was really good.
Erling and Gundogan and the penalty, what was your take on that? Because I couldn't work out if it was your frustration at the decision that Ilkay took the penalty or whether he missed.
Always I believe the taker is the taker, but who says that Erling kick a penalty, maybe miss it? But with 2-0, the taker is the taker, has to take the penalty. Normally it's Riyad or Erling. But that means as well how incredible nice guy is Erling, because you can say, no, I didn't score today, I want to score. And think about Gundogan, because he believes, okay, hat-trick for his first time in his career, but with 2-0 it's not over. With 3-4-0 it's over. And after you can, okay, but with 2-0 you have to close. Because maybe in September, October, you drop points, it's okay. But now drop points, the damage is massive.
So City are now 4 points clear of us as regards Leeds at the bottom of the table. Well, Leicester have 30 from 34, Leeds 30 from 35, Nottingham Forest still in the bottom 3 because they have the worst goal difference of those 3, 30 from 34, Everton 29 from 34, Southampton 24 from 34. Wolves have reached 40 points. They beat Aston Villa by a goal to 0 at Molineux. Here's their captain, Ruben Neves.
We were in the bad moment, so we need to keep it strong at home. It was really important for us to win these games at home mainly after the games against Bournemouth and Leeds that we lost 3 points here. We just needed the points at home. We knew that, and I think we did really well playing here.
How much pride was involved for you today after that poor performance last weekend?
Well, a lot. We knew we were not that team. The team we showed in Brighton. We were not that kind of team. We know we are really better than that in terms of attitude, in terms of character. So I think it was really important to show it today, and I really think we deserve this win because all we've been through this season. So it was really important for us.
Do you think you're safe now? 40 points?
Well, I think we can say that, no? 40 points, it's really hard. A catastrophe needs to happen.
Judging by the celebrations at the end, Ruben, it suggested that you do feel you're safe.
Yeah, of course, it's not a secret for anyone. We know with 40 points you are pretty there, so you can breathe a bit better now. It's been a long season, like I told you, so it was really important for us.
Pat Murphy with the questions to Ruben Neves. Frank Lampard has his first win since his return as Chelsea's manager. They won 3-1 at Bournemouth. Conor Gallagher opened the scoring. He's been talking to Jonathan Pearce.
Well, very well done. What about the goal?
Yeah, it was a nice goal. I've been making the box whenever I play, and it hasn't quite dropped to me as many times as I'd like this season, and thankfully today it came straight to me, and it was a good goal. It was nice to go 1-0 up.
And how frustrating has it been from the inside, knowing that there's all this outside noise about Chelsea, 9 games without a win, so many defeats on the spin?
Yeah, it's really tough. You know, it's not Chelsea, is it? And everyone knows that, and everyone's been disappointed, and just wanting to put it right. And we've done, you know, we've worked on it. Everyone stayed positive. The bosses stayed positive and been great with us. thankfully today, it kind of showed what we've been working on, and it was a good performance.
And you shut out all the external noise as well about you, or Conor Gallagher, he's going here, he's going there in the summer?
Yeah, of course. I just think about the next game. Obviously, at Chelsea is my club, and been here from a young age, and I love playing for Chelsea. Obviously, this season's not gone great for anyone, but there's still a lot of learning, and moving forward, it will only make us better.
Harry Kane got the only goal of the game as Tottenham beat Crystal Palace by 1-0. Here's Ryan Mason.
3 points was the most important thing, but to get a clean sheet as well is very pleasing, because Palace are in a very good moment. We understood that before the game. It's a London derby. It's not easy to win, but the lads were very good. They were compact. I thought it was aggressive. We played as a team, and it was good value for those 3 points.
We've spoken to Harry, we've spoken to Fraser. They've talked about the different techniques that you guys have been discussing this week in training, with the forward training defensively. Just give us an insight into what some of the work is that you guys have been doing.
Yeah, I thought today was a good example, because we just tried to engage them higher up the pitch. We understood and know they've got some top individual talents in their final third when they get into attacking areas, and we wanted to try and limit them getting on the ball in those areas and be a little bit braver, engage them higher up the pitch, be a bit more aggressive, and I thought as a team we responded well and done that excellently today.
Ryan Mason, all the goals match of the day, 10:30 tonight on BBC One. Plenty for you to have your say on 606 with Natalie Pike. Following the second half at Anfield, I was told you were struggling to get hold of Chris Sutton, but unfortunately he is now available for you to talk.
Oh, is he? Oh, I thought it was just going to be me.
Sorry.
I was looking forward to that. Oh, well. You're here, Chris. You made it.
Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he?
Always. If you'd like to speak to Chris a little bit later on, you can book your call in now for 606. It's 08085 909 693. And Chris, Big Sam is back. I bet you're looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah, and I suppose from Leeds fans' point of view, is Sam the man to keep Leeds United in the Premier League? What did they make of the performance today? I thought Manchester City really should have won by more goals. Haaland didn't have his shooting boots on today, but I want to hear from Leeds supporters whether they have faith in Fireman Sam, and just about the whole season at Leeds United. It has been a bit of a shambles, hasn't it?
I think we'll forgive Haaland for one day, though, Chris. Do you think a City on... I'm not saying the T word, Chris. I'm not saying it. A City on for the T word?
I think so. Was it 4 points clear, 4 games to go? Do you know what? There's interesting... I've not heard the Pep interview after the game yet, but about Haaland handing the penalty to Gundogan, who, of course, could have got the hat-trick, but City need to be ruthless in those situations, and they nearly paid the penalty for that. So let's hear what Manchester City fans feel about that.
Absolutely, and of course, Frank Lampard getting his first win. We want to hear from Chelsea fans as well, Chris.
Yeah, we do. Lucky number 7 for Frank, wasn't it? He lost 6 previous to that, but I mean, from Chelsea fans' point of view, where are they heading next season? Talk of Pochettino going in at Chelsea. Is he the right man for the job? And, where can you finish next season, Chelsea fans?
Lovely, Chris. Thank you so much. I'll be with you in about an hour or so. And if you'd like to speak to Chris, it's 08085 909 693. We're really looking forward to speaking to you. The teams are back out at Anfield, so we're going to go back over to Pian Mullenstein.
Thank you very much, Natalie. Well, it was Liverpool who actually came out about 2 minutes ago. They were ready to get this second half underway. Brentford have slowly made their way back out onto this pitch here at Anfield, and away we go for the second 45 minutes. It was Liverpool who were able to take the lead 13 minutes into the game thanks to Mo Salah. Brentford, as much as they tried to find the equaliser, couldn't get there. Liverpool's defence holding out strong for now. I'll take you through the two teams. No changes for either team, so it's the same as what we started with in the first half, with Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson make up the back four, with Gakpo, Fabinho and Jones in midfield, with Salah, Nunez and Jota leading the line this time for Liverpool. And this time it is Liverpool who are attacking the Kop end, and they are hoping they can try and double their advantage already, but there is a free kick going the way of Brentford early on, as Nunez was trying to make his way through into the box but couldn't get there, and it will be a free kick. And the goalkeeper for Brentford, David Raya, places the ball onto the spot and trying to get this away from danger and forward for his team to try and create chances that they didn't really get too many of in the first half, Leon.
No, but they would be encouraged by their ending to that first half. They had a goal disallowed rightly for offside. They got players forward into positive positions. They started to compete in the game more, certainly playing Liverpool's half a bit better. But I've just seen a stat that Liverpool, of the last 135 games here at Anfield, winning at half-time, have won 122 of them. So they've got their work cut out, Brentford, if they're to get anything here. Yeah, 122 games unbeaten in the last 122 league matches at Liverpool when leading at half-time. So it all looks positive in the way of Liverpool, but Brentford looking for a way back. It's the same team for Brentford as well, with Raya in goal, Hickey, Zanka, Pinnock, Mee and Henry. Jensen, Onyeka and Janelt in midfield with Mbeumo and Tony. Really, Bryan Mbeumo has been causing Liverpool quite a lot of problems in that first half. Yeah, well, he's been playing right on the shoulder of Konate and Van Dijk, and Ivan Toney's actually been just dropping into spaces, just enticing those two defenders just to step in and try and get closer to him. And every time they've thought about it, Mbeumo's been into the space behind them. So yeah, he has been a threat in that first half.
Liverpool coming forward over the halfway line, looking to make a way through and find Mo Salah, but it was Ben Mee who was able to get the crucial interception. Plays it to this left side for Mbeumo. Back out it goes to Rico Henry, who spotted Matthias Jensen infield for Brentford. Turns forward to find Frank Onyeka, who tries to take the shot. It was rebounded away, and eventually Van Dijk can clear the danger. But again, Brentford starting early and trying to cause pressure for the Liverpool defenders.
Yeah, well, I thought it was Liverpool winning the majority of the second balls in that first half. But at the start of this second half, it's been mostly Brentford. Ben Mee winning one, Jensen winning one, Rico Henry, and it just puts the opposition under pressure. You're winning the ball back, you're making them step backwards, you're asking them questions. That's what this Brentford team have done at the start of this second half.
Well, Hickey down that right side for Brentford, looking to get the ball into the box. It was rebounded away for Onyeka, and Mbeumo places it forward again, and it's spilled by Alisson. Well, the coming together was spotted by the referee early on, Anthony Taylor, but there's a couple of players down at the moment. This is a bit of a mess for Liverpool. Alisson is down. I think it was Alexander-Arnold as well who was down a second ago.
Yeah, well, the referee, I think, gave a foul on Ivan Toney on Alisson. In defence of Ivan Toney, I think he was barged into the Liverpool goalkeeper by Konate, the Liverpool defender. Liverpool had two players down there. Curtis Jones came off as the loser in a coming together, a headed challenge with Onyeka. He came out on top of that. So Brentford have certainly started this second half physically.
Konate with the ball at the moment for Liverpool, plays it forward to Jota, who was looking for support, couldn't find it, and this is good play from Brentford, who were able to nick the ball away from Liverpool, but the Liverpool defenders hot on it though. Now an opportunity for Liverpool to come forward, find the feet of Gakpo. Gakpo across to the right side, which is where Mo Salah is waiting. Alexander-Arnold now cuts in field, gets away from Vitaly Janelt. Alexander-Arnold again looking to place it over. They were looking for a handball there onto the hand of Frank Onyeka. The referee right in front of it though and waved it away.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a handball. I think there was one at the other end, so he's been consistent, the referee, with those.
And now Mbeumo charging forward down the left for Brentford. Looks for options arriving and decides to go at it and straight into the hands of Alisson. There was nothing too testing for him, and now Liverpool want to get on with this quickly. Robertson over to the left-hand side to find Jota. The red shirts start flooding forward for Liverpool. Just allowed Jota a little bit of time to get his composure back. Alexander-Arnold with a shot from distance, another ambitious one again.
Yeah, it's just suddenly become a game of basketball, and I'm not sure Liverpool will want that. They'll want the control and possession inside that Brentford half, trying to make opportunities, but Brentford just had two big chances to really create something. Ball from Jensen initially played through, and Mbeumo looked like he was through on goal. Brilliantly stretched tackle from Konate initially, and then Mbeumo down this left-hand side, just putting the cross into the goalkeeper Alisson's hands. So Liverpool will be warned.
That's the voice of the former Everton midfielder Leon Osman, and a chance for Brentford opening up. Henry plays it across and he fires it across the face of goal as well, and you can hear from the reaction from the Liverpool crowd it wasn't quite exactly what he was hoping to do.
No, but he got into that channel again for the third time in the start of this second half. It's 6 minutes old, this second half, and Brentford have already had 3 forays into this channel behind where Trent Alexander-Arnold would expect it to be playing in a natural defensive position. Mentioned the earlier two, that one was Henry, comes onto his right foot, probably 10 yards out, but on the angle, fired it nearly towards the corner flag on the far side.
He's been an important player for Brentford this season. He's got the most minutes by any outfield player in the Premier League this season for Brentford. Started now 34 of the 35 Premier League games.
He really does cover the distance, gets through an awful lot of work in those 35 games. What Liverpool need to do is put Mo Salah up against him, keep him pinned back, keep him having to concentrate defensively. The minute he gets forward into what is a huge space, he looks a threat.
Liverpool in possession now over the halfway line with Jota charging at this Brentford defence. Out to the right it goes to find Mo Salah. Salah waits and times the pass to perfection. Oh, an open goal is missed by Gakpo. Jota played it across to Cody Gakpo. He can't quite believe that he didn't finish, and Leon Osman, I cannot find the words to describe how that didn't find the back of the net.
Oh, there are thousands of people in the stadium who can't quite believe what has actually happened. A really good move from Liverpool. Mo Salah drifting out to this right-hand side, just in front of us. Jota making the underlap and run in behind the fullback. Great weighted pass from Salah. And Jota, I think in fairness to Gakpo, he really does fire it across. I don't think Gakpo has enough time to adjust his feet to try and put it in the back of the goal, but he's 2 yards out, it hits his shins and comes back to Jota from where he's hit it. Big let off.
It looked harder to miss than to score, didn't it? But
he seemed surprised himself, Gakpo. The ball just seemed to hit him. He didn't really know or have chance to move his legs, but what a chance that was for Liverpool.
In fairness, as you mentioned, it was a pretty quick pass from Diogo Jota into the legs of Cody Gakpo, who don't think he really expected it to come at him. There is a free kick for Brentford after a challenge from Cody Gakpo onto Brian Mbeumo just over the halfway line on this near side. It will be the Brentford goalkeeper David Raya to take it.
Yeah, I think he received a yellow card for that, just because a bit of frustration missing that chance. He gave the ball away, and then it was a very exuberant tackle.
Free kick gets sent all the way into the box, but there was no Brentford players waiting to get on the end of it, and nothing testing the Liverpool defence yet. But another big chance missed for Liverpool, and it might be just one of those games where they had a chance earlier on. We're watching the replay again of that Cody Gakpo chance, and it was fired at him at some pace, wasn't it, that pass from Diogo Jota?
Yes, a good move, Jota into that position. He did take a look at the goalkeeper as if he was going to shoot, and then I don't know whether that was still in his mind. He sort of had a shot at Gakpo. I mean, he did fire it across. That's what you'd want to do in that situation, but Gakpo had got into a position where he couldn't react quick enough.
Well, Jota trying to release the pass on the left-hand side to find Darwin Núñez. It has seemed tricky today for Darwin Núñez to try and find his feet in this game, because the Brentford defenders have not really let him have much space.
Yeah, it's been a difficult afternoon up to this point. He's, as you said, not had much space. He's run into Brentford players at times. The thing is, he's also given the ball away quite poorly and quite cheaply, and the rest of this Liverpool team have kept it well and moved it around well. And quite often it's broken down on him.
Well, there's a round of applause because Alisson, who looked like he was coming under a little bit of pressure, was able to take it outside of the area, get away from Rico Henry, who was putting the pressure on. And yeah, the fans inside Anfield enjoyed that, to say the least.
Yeah, it was good play. Confidence, really, from Alisson. I wouldn't want him doing it very often if he was my goalkeeper. But on the odd occasion, just showing your calmness, your composure. Nothing wrong with that.
Liverpool in possession again. 55 minutes on the clock here. And Liverpool lead by a 1-0. A first half goal from Mo Salah is all that separates the two sides here on 5 Live. Leon Osman alongside me in the commentary box. Now Konate playing it forward to Gakpo. Only moment to go, missed an open net. Salah back to Konate and finds the feed of Alisson, who waits for the options to open up, not being put under too much pressure at the moment. The Liverpool defenders, as they try and play this out from the back. Fabinho has it infield for Liverpool. Over the halfway line it goes and finds the feed of Robertson. Jota. Out wide again to Darwin Núñez. Núñez waiting for the spaces to open up, and he's forced back to Fabinho. Comfortable at the moment for Liverpool in possession. It's Alexander-Arnold who is infield, plays it out wide to Konate. Now Salah on this right-hand side, gets away from Rico Henry. Alexander-Arnold again, and this time now Brentford are saying we've had a little bit of enough of this Liverpool possession, and they're trying to steal the ball away, but Liverpool have the answers and go back to Alisson, who plays it forward to Salah. Jota now has space to run into. Darwin Núñez wanted it earlier than that. Jota just waited too long. Back out wide it goes to Mo Salah inside the box, and Salah's weighted delivery inside the penalty area was too much. Couldn't find ahead of a couple of those Liverpool shirts who are making their way in.
Yeah, from the corner of the penalty area where we see him quite often. It's neither a shot or a cross, really. It's a tame effort if it was either. It's a good play from Liverpool, good bit of patience. They had to go all the way back to Alisson to maintain their attack, to move it around, create the spaces to try and get behind that Brentford defence, but just lack of quality at the end.
1-0 to Liverpool, 58 minutes on the clock. Both sides hoping to try and create something else. Liverpool having missed a couple of really big chances in this game. As it stands, Liverpool currently 5th in the Premier League table, just a point behind Manchester United in 4th, but Manchester United do have 2 games in hand over Liverpool, hence the comments from Jurgen Klopp ahead of this game saying it's out of their control now, a top 4 finish. Ball into the box for Liverpool, but again Ben Mee, who is having quite the afternoon. He's been a busy man so far. And there is a free kick just outside the centre circle inside the Brentford half for Brentford.
Well, Liverpool fans aren't happy. It was just a pumped clearance from the goalkeeper, Raya. It just became a battle between Van Dijk and Ivan Toney on the halfway line, and Toney was underneath the ball. Van Dijk got up brilliantly over the top and won the header cleanly, but his forearm went right into the back of Toney's head, who felt the force coming, went to ground. The referee saw it clearly, happy to give the free kick. Not many inside here seem to agree with it.
Well, Ivan Toney was needing some treatment after that challenge, so will be a free kick for Brentford.
The thing with that though, Liverpool are on the attack. Brentford, yes, defend quite well, but as Liverpool attack is going on, they just drift players into position. So suddenly, as that ball was cleared, Brentford were 2-on-2 with Konate and Van Dijk at the back. Brentford could have won that header. Van Dijk knew it, made sure he won it at all costs. Liverpool just need to be aware of that, get the balance right when they're attacking possession.
And Raya with the free kick over to Brentford. It was Pinnock who was able to get the head to it, and Ben Mee tried his best to try and keep it in play, but it had already crossed the line, and it will be a goal kick. And this time Brentford attacking to where the Brentford away fans are stood, which is to our left. And really an interesting tale between the two teams, sort of trying to get themselves into a place for Europe. Brentford still have an opportunity to try and get European football next season in the Europa Conference League. There is still an opportunity for them to do that. Liverpool currently in 5th in that Europa League spot. There's still a couple of games to go before we find out the final standings. Brentford on the right hand side have the possession. Hickey forced back to Zanka, who Brentford this afternoon again gone back into that back 5. What have you made of the way that they've played with that back 5 instead of a back 4 against this Liverpool side, Leon?
Yeah, I think it offers them really good balance. I think the fact that they've got 3 centre backs, they've got 3 central midfielders, 2 up front, they're really strong in the middle, and they say to teams like Liverpool, you can attack us, but not in that area.
Henry with the cross in, looking for the far post, and Frank Onyeka was making his way forward and waiting for it at the far end. Chance still alive, and Tony tries to wriggle his way through. Keeps going Brentford, and Hickey was making his way in as well.
You can feel there's a bit of a nervousness around Anfield at the moment, because Brentford are starting to push this Liverpool team backwards. They're starting to get into good areas, deliver crosses into certain positions, and really fight for every challenge quite physically. Liverpool trying to match it, giving a couple of free kicks away in dangerous positions, as has happened here with Ivan Toney. You know, you can't keep giving free kicks away to a team like Brentford.
There's a foul from Andy Robertson on that far side, very close to the byline really, and Ivan Toney, the player who went down. But again, Mbeumo and Thijs Jensen, the two ready to take this free kick for Brentford to see if they can try and create something and get an equaliser, something they've been pushing for ever since Mo Salah scored the only goal in the game so far, 13 minutes into that first half. So the players are set, and it will be Mbeumo again with a delivery. It was a direct cross in right into the feet of Ivan Toney.
He just tried to fire it hard and low, hoping that it would take a ricochet off a couple of legs or find its way into the back of the goal, but Liverpool defend it well. What Brentford are doing, they've got pretty much every player in or around Liverpool's penalty area. Raya's on the halfway line. But the counter-attack is on if Liverpool can win the ball.
Hickey again for Brentford, trying to make his way into the box, but Liverpool allowed to clear it. Darwin Nunez now making a spirited run forward to try and put the pressure on the defenders of Brentford, but they've held on to it well. This is Ben Mee at the back for Brentford again, plays it to his goalkeeper, David Raya. Raya spotted a bit of space on the left side, which is where Ethan Pinnock was waiting for. A good touch from Pinnock to try and take it on to Ivan Toney, but Konate was well aware of it and won the possession back for Liverpool. Gakpo back to Konate again, and Liverpool just allowed to hold on to this possession. No Brentford players really coming forward to try and steal the ball away. Alisson now for Liverpool, waiting to find the options ahead of him. And Salah is making the run into space. Ben Mee has it covered and towers above Mo Salah. They wanted to see a free kick there, but referee just gives the throw in.
Yeah, it's a good header from Ben Mee. Mo Salah didn't really offer a challenge. Ben Mee, always favourite to win that ball.
Well, there will be a change for Liverpool. Luis Diaz is ready to come on, and it will be Darwin Nunez who will be replaced. Darwin Nunez, who missed a big opportunity in the first half to try and double the lead, replaced 64 minutes onto the clock.
Yeah, no real surprise either. It's an okay. He's certainly worked hard for the team and around the pitch, but once or twice things just broken down in front of him, and as you mentioned, missed a couple of big chances as well. I'll just mean Diogo Jota going right through the middle, I think, and Luis Diaz going out on that left-hand side.
Jones with the ball for Liverpool, back to Robertson on this left side. Infield it goes to Alexander-Arnold, who's pushed back to Virgil van Dijk, and Mbeumo starting to put a little bit of pressure on Van Dijk there, and Salah, who tries to win the ball away. And there was a push onto Rico Henry as Salah tried to win the ball on this right-hand side. Rico Henry had it covered, and it will be a free kick to Brentford.
I mentioned nervousness before. It's become a frustration as well. Liverpool feel that the majority of the fouls are going against them. I think Brentford are just being clever and cute and knowing when challenges are there to compete for, and when they've got their body into good positions. Liverpool just a touch naive there.
Well, Liverpool currently unbeaten in the last 10 home games. They're hoping to continue that form. that strong home form as well. They only lost one game at home so far this season.
And they started this game like they were full of that confidence, like they believed that this was a foregone conclusion, maybe, that they'd win at Anfield. And 15-20 minutes in, you wondered when the second goal was going to come, or the third goal, because they were dominating the game. But Brentford have grown into it, started to compete really, really well, and created a couple of chances themselves. So I think that's why there's a level of frustration at tackles and a bit of nervousness. Liverpool probably feel they need a second goal here.
There is Luis Diaz, has moved to that left side for Liverpool. Forced back to Curtis Jones and Alexander-Arnold, who's playing more infield now, and Konate couldn't hold on to the ball. Now Brentford have won it back. Jensen plays it over to Mbeumo on this left side for Brentford as they edge closer and closer to the penalty area. Rico Henry finds it. Out wide it goes to Jensen. Forced back to Ben Mee.
Oh, Ivan Toney is going mad in the middle, because there was a real opportunity to take advantage there. Liverpool giving the ball away sloppily.
Jensen again, that's a good cross to try and find Aaron Hickey, who was waiting for it on the far post. Defended well in the end by Liverpool.
Yeah, Hickey was a big chance that, actually. I think he missed the ball as it was on its delivery in, but Mbeumo and Ivan Toney having a real disagreement on the field about when the ball should have been played, and the delivery that eventually came was from 45 yards out. Really difficult one for any attacker to get on the end of. The real opportunity, so when Mbeumo got in behind that defence, could have just tried to fire it across for the inrush, and Ivan Toney, too many touches, pass backwards. Liverpool recovered really well. Chance gone.
Almost 68 minutes on the clock, and Liverpool still lead by a 1-0 here on BBC 5 Live. Leon Osman alongside me. Janelt with the ball on the halfway line, plays it forward looking for Bryan Mbeumo, and it was spotted quickly by Alisson, who came almost out of his area to try and get that away.
He did, but he chose to punch it in the end, and Mbeumo was really close to actually meeting it first. It was a really good decision from Alisson.
Ben Mee out across to Jensen. Back to Ben Mee again. Finds Rico Henry, who's moved more infield this time for Brentford, and chance for Ethan Pinnock to play it forward. Janelt gets away from that centre circle for Brentford and just looks for the options. Ivan Toney looking to place it over for Hickey, who's got to go at it alone, and he holds his run because he knows that he's offside. The flag was up quickly as well.
Yeah, he made a run thinking Ivan Toney had possession of the ball once he dropped deep, and Ivan Toney just miscontrolled it momentarily, and there was nothing Hickey could do at that point. He'd already made his run. But the referee, just on the previous 2 Liverpool free kicks, just asking them to speed up. Liverpool are just trying to take their time, just to slow the game down, just to stop this little bit of momentum that Brentford have built up.
Brentford are ready to make a change as well. Kevin Schade is stood waiting to be subbed on, but Liverpool trying to come forward with Cody Gakpo, and there's frustrations inside the stadium because it was Rico Henry holding Cody Gakpo back, and he is shown a yellow card for that.
Real tussle between the pair of them. Cody Gakpo showing not only real quality and skill, but real strength and desire as well, to not only hold the ball up, win it back, show a bit of skill behind Rico Henry, and then get away from him as well. As you mentioned, Henry was trying to tussle him and ended up trying to rugby tackle him to the ground, and he still got away from him. Referee quick with the yellow card.
So Rico Henry is still getting a little bit of treatment at the moment. Jordan Henderson is getting ready for Liverpool to try and make his impact on this game. And the home crowd here in Anfield trying to urge their team on to try and get another goal, because, well, the chances have been there. Nothing too clear-cut, apart from probably that Cody Gakpo chance, which he will be thinking about probably still.
No, that should have been 2-0. There's no doubt about it. Quality of chances and the position he touched the ball. He was in behind the goalkeeper. He was 2 yards out. You know, probably a chance you feel 99 times out of 100 you score, but just couldn't adjust his feet quickly enough, as Jota basically had a shot at him from about 5 or 6 yards away. And I don't know if that just gave a bit of encouragement to this Brentford team, that they felt that they're still in it at that point, because they've really grown as an attacking force since then.
Well, it's an interesting battle between the two teams, really. It's a battle between two set-piece specialists, because both Brentford and Liverpool have scored 16 goals from set pieces, which is the joint most in the Premier League between the two sides. Brentford are making a change, and that will be that for Rico Henry, who can't continue. So he is replaced by Kevin Schade. And then Frank Onyeka makes way for Josh Da Silva.
Just freshen things up. Wait to see, because Brentford are defending a set piece at the moment, how that will affect them defensively, tactically. They took off their left wing back and replaced him with a striker and a central midfielder for a central midfielder. So a few moments before we can figure out how that affects their team.
And then Liverpool also taking this as an opportunity to make another change. Jordan Henderson is coming on in place of Diogo Jota.
Well, I'm not surprised about this substitute either. At a goal up, Liverpool need to make sure they just get control of the game again, and bringing on an experienced head like Jordan Henderson, just to get in the middle of the pitch, just talk to his team, get on the ball, make some passes, try and play in the Brentford half for 10 minutes.
So Alexander-Arnold will take this free kick for Liverpool then. It's just over halfway inside the Brentford half on this near side. He will try a whipped delivery with his right foot, and it's headed straight into the pathway of Aaron Hickey, who clears it away. And Kevin Schade, actually, who's just come on, who was able to get the clearance for Brentford. Out to the left-hand side it goes, though. And now Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Plays it across to the right side to find Mo Salah, who heads it down onto the feet of Henderson. And Alexander-Arnold tries to be clever with it and play it through to Salah, but Ben Mee, who had it covered. Schade again.
You just feel the crowd, just the expectations levels go up when Trent Alexander-Arnold gets the ball. He nearly found a slide rule pass there through the Brentford defence. Real appreciation for his ability in this stadium.
How have you found the difference between in Liverpool's play and in Alexander-Arnold as well, since his position has altered slightly? First Henderson plays it across to Alexander-Arnold, who's waiting for it on the left-hand side. Luis Diaz picks it up inside the penalty area, has to try and get away from a couple of those Brentford defenders. Henderson again on the edge of the area. Alexander-Arnold this time with a rebounded effort, blocks it out for a corner.
Well, the thing is, I think everybody's known throughout the whole Premier League that Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the best attacking players on the ball in the country. So I think the thought was he's brilliant from his right position, but he's quite restricted in what he could do. How do you get him on the ball more? Well, they found a way, and you know, he's even in that build-up alone, he must have had 7 or 8 touches before eventually trying a shot.
The corner on the far side for Liverpool. Canate tried to get there. Van Dijk was trying to keep the chance alive as well, and eventually cleared away by Tony. Back in by Alexander-Arnold again, but there was too much pace and power behind it, and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's nearly a brilliant pass with his left foot this time. Just another dinked one over the top to the deep run from Andy Robertson. Just didn't quite make it happen. But the thing is, you want to try and get your best players on the ball as much as possible. How do you get Trent involved? Seem to have found a way. I don't know if they've quite got the balance right defensively within the team yet, but you certainly want to get him as many touches as you can in a game.
A reminder, by the way, you can watch all of the highlights of today's game and the rest of the Saturday kickoffs on Match of the Day tonight. BBC One from 10:30. Gary Lineker, Ian Wright and Alan Shearer in the studio for that one. Of course, tomorrow sees more action on 5 Live as well. Sunday's Premier League commentary is Newcastle against Arsenal from 4:30. And as Brentford were trying to make their way in with Aaron Hickey on the left-hand side, as Canate was fouled, and it will be Liverpool free kick, who have taken it quickly with Jordan Henderson charging down this right side. Finds the feet of Mo Salah, looking to find a pathway through to get away from Jensen. Henderson has it back infield to Alexander-Arnold. And now to Konate. Over to Fabinho. One of the struggles for Liverpool this season has been how many goals they have conceded. 42 goals so far this season. They conceded 26 goals in the entirety of last season, which has been a real difference defensively for them from what they did last season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, clean sheets has been so hard to come by. One in the last game. If they could get one here, that'd be vital for the team.
Here's Jensen. Plays it out to Kevin Schade for Brentford, who's weaving his way past Alexander-Arnold, but he defended it well. And out for a goal kick to Alisson. Kevin Schade has only just come on a couple of moments ago, already trying to show his attacking threat. Hasn't scored yet for Brentford since he signed on loan from Freiburg back in January.
Oh, Trent Alexander-Arnold back in his natural right-back position, able to make sure he couldn't go around him. Tried to go on the outside when there wasn't really anybody there. As we see Alisson receiving a yellow card for time wasting from the referee. He'd warned him earlier.
Well, just over 13 minutes to go in this game, and Alisson shown a yellow card for taking too long. And eventually can play it forward to his Liverpool players who are waiting for it, and one of those being Mo Salah, who can try and weave his way inside the area. Henderson gets it on the overlap on that right-hand side, looking to get past Pinnock. Chance still alive for Liverpool. Out it goes to Alexander-Arnold with a brilliant hit and a fantastic save from David Raya to deny Liverpool a second goal.
Yeah, two mistakes from Brentford. Oh, Salah getting in behind Ben Mee's poor header initially, and then a poor clearance from Jensen there. The one play you don't want falling to. Trent Alexander-Arnold, one touch perfectly out of his feet. The second one struck wonderfully, and it is going in that top corner, but for a two-handed save from Raya. Really positive, really good play from both. Good strike, great save.
Strong strike with the right boots of Alexander-Arnold, who has the task now of taking this corner on the far side for Liverpool. Wasn't the best one, but it bobbled around and Brentford couldn't quite clear it, but it eventually looped into the hands of David Raya, who wants to get on with this quickly and release his forward players. Burmo saw that Kevin Schade was making the run forward, but so did Alisson, and he got there first.
Yeah, he's really good at that, Alisson. He plays right on the edge of his penalty area. He spots when his team are high up the pitch. They do try and play a high line, this Liverpool side, and he has to be alert to any time the opposition may get in behind them, as he was there.
Well, Alisson today is hoping he can reach his 100th clean sheet for Liverpool in all competitions. At the moment, he's doing a good job of it. Liverpool currently leading by 1-0, and about 11 minutes to go until we reach the 90-minute mark.
He's patrolled behind his defence well. He's caught a couple of crosses well. I don't think Brentford have really troubled him enough as yet. He's had to make a big save.
Schade playing it onto the feet of De Silva, and it was Van Dijk who was able to get the interception on the far side. Out for a Brentford throw-in, and Liverpool and Brentford actually ready to make a couple of changes themselves as the ball goes into the penalty area, but nothing too testing, and Robertson was able to clear it for Liverpool. Only as far as Ben Mee, still inside the Liverpool half. The edge closer and closer towards that danger area. Hickey tries to overtake, but he can't, and Henderson looking to release the ball towards the pathway of Cody Gakpo. So the changes, Mikas and Milner ready to come on for Liverpool. As for Brentford then, Mikkel Damsgaard, one of them who is being set and ready to come on. And Shannon Baptiste as well, the other one for Brentford. But still they wait on the touchline before a break in play happens. And the ball is with Ivan Toney at the moment inside the Brentford half. Back to Ben Mee. Out across to Vitaly Janelt, and he is being put under pressure at the moment by Curtis Jones, who is just urging his players and his teammates to try and come forward to try and create something, because at the moment there's not too much happening in the way of either Brentford or Liverpool. It's sort of just been in the midfield. Neither team have been able to get out of that pressure zone so far.
Yeah, a couple of substitutions for either team now as well. Since the last out of substitutions, you're right, it's been very competitive in the middle. Neither team really asserted themselves as players try and grow into the game.
So Curtis Jones will make way for Kostas Tsimikas, and James Milner is on, and Andy Robertson also coming off as well. So Tsimikas taking the place of Andy Robertson, James Milner taking the place of Curtis Jones. Whilst that was happening then, a couple of changes as well for Brentford. Jensen is off and Vitaly Janelt are off as well, which means Shannon Baptiste and Mikkel Damsgaard have been able to make their appearances for the final 10 minutes or so of this game, where Liverpool currently still lead by 1-0 here on 5 Live.
Yeah, substitutions from both managers. I think Liverpool's look more to try and gain control of the game. I think Thomas Frank is trying to go after this. I think he's trying to chase it. Got some attacking talent on the team now. Damsgaard, Sade, Tone, Buemo, Da Silva, all players that can make something happen at the top if they can get the right opportunity.
Well, Josh Da Silva's last goal was a 94th minute winner as a substitute in that 2-1 victory against Nottingham Forest in the last game. He has quite the habit of scoring quite brilliant goals as well, Josh Da Silva, and Thomas Frank will be hoping he'll have the same impact in this game.
I'm sure he will. Jurgen Klopp's gone the other way. He's gone for more experiences. Substitutions are to bring Henderson and Milner onto that midfield, just to try and put a bit of experience ahead within the team, just to get the ball. They've not really had it as much as they certainly had in the first half.
Liverpool looking to win the possession back, and they've got it with Henderson. Infield to Fabinho. Out wide it goes to Mo Salah, now inside the Brentford half. Charging forward, Salah into the penalty area, weaving his way through, trying to get past 3 of those blue Brentford shirts who are blocking his way through, and he's forced back out, and it's Mikkel Damsgaard for Brentford who was able to collect the ball and win the possession back, only been on the pitch a matter of seconds, and already denied Mo Salah an opportunity of getting into the penalty area to create a chance for Liverpool.
Yeah, good work from Damsgaard to try and get up against Mo Salah, but I'm sure Thomas Frank sent him on to have an effect at the other end of the pitch. But before you get there, you have to make sure you stop this Liverpool team from getting a second, and that's exactly what he did there.
First of all, apologies if you do hear any bad language. We are very close to the fans here, so sometimes a few naughty words can slip through, but a chance here for Liverpool, and Cody Gakpo, who took it first time and tried to fire it into the back of the net. He missed it by inches. David Raya wasn't going to get there, and again frustration for Cody Gakpo, who had another chance, and that was really a lack of concentration from Brentford at the back.
Well, he hit that one well though. One touch with his chest, the other one running onto it, hitting it with his right foot. He should hit the target. Really poor from Hickey. Long ball forward, just headed it into the path of Gakpo, right on the edge of his own penalty area. One touch with the chest. Second one was a volley. It's never looking like it was going to hit the target though.
So almost 85 minutes played here, and Liverpool still lead. Both teams have still got 3 games remaining in the Premier League. For Liverpool, it's Leicester, Aston Villa, Southampton. For Brentford, West Ham, Tottenham and Manchester City. So Brentford really could have quite the say in those European places up to the end of the season. Liverpool in this second half have had 7 shots, 2 of those on target. Brentford have only managed 2 shots, none of them on target. So certainly a more dominant performance from Liverpool in terms of their attacking threats.
Yeah, I mentioned Brentford have been improved in this second half and put Liverpool on the back foot a couple of times.
Salah with the ball into the area looking for Luis Diaz, who was waiting to tower above, but it was the hands of David Raya who got to the ball first.
But they've not troubled Alisson in that goal. Liverpool have had the better chances within the game, asking the goalkeeper more questions. Certainly missed a couple of really good opportunities. Darwin Núñez in the first half, Cody Gakpo in the second half. They have real firepower, this Liverpool team.
Well, a couple of players out of contract for Liverpool at the end of the season. One of those, James Milner, whose contract expires at the end of this season. He is expected to join Brighton. That's been in the talks so far. How big of a miss will he be in the Liverpool team? Yeah, well, you know, he hasn't played an awful lot of football to how he certainly would have wanted at this stage of his career, but he's an old head. He's a calming influence. He's the type of player every manager wants within the dressing room. That's why, if it is Brighton, that's why Brighton will want him. Be an asset to any dressing room. Still physically capable, even at the age he is now. Well, Bryan Mbeumo at the moment is down, holding his right leg after a challenge from James Milner. Mbeumo should be able to get up from that. It was a foul from James Milner, never getting anywhere near the ball. Brentford looking to come on the attack. Will Thomas Frank be disappointed with the lack of chances Brentford have been able to create this afternoon? Yeah, because they've had a couple of opportunities to create things, and whether it be a poor choice at the end of things or just lacking quality with the final pass, they've let opportunities slip. And if you come to Anfield, you can't let opportunities go by. You have to seize them, you have to take them. Otherwise, this Liverpool team will chew you up. Well, Johan Wissa is coming on for Brentford in place of Aaron Hickey. So another pretty attacking change for Brentford. They're going for it now in the last couple of minutes. About 3 minutes of normal time remaining in this game. Still Liverpool lead by a goal to nil. That 13th minute goal from Mo Salah, the difference so far in this game. I'm not sure what the organisation's going to be for Brentford, but you certainly can't accuse Thomas Frank of not committing to try and get this equalising goal. Every player on there seems to be an attacker now. Yeah, I think they've got 3 defenders and that's it. Brentford at the moment. And it's Liverpool who have the ball in their possession, sent forward towards Mo Salah, who is being forced away down that left-hand side, and well defended in the end by Shandon Baptiste. Yeah, it's good by Baptiste. Found himself one-on-one with Mo Salah and knew he had to match him, get across, use his body. But he's had to give a throw-in away, so Mo Salah will be delighted, running the clock down, got Liverpool up the pitch, got Liverpool into the Brentford half, and now they've got an opportunity just to keep possession and run the clock down that way. Virgil van Dijk with the ball at his feet, looks to play it over the halfway line, looking for Salah, but in the end Ben Mee was standing in the way. Now an opportunity for Bryan Mbeumo to charge forward for Brentford. A couple of players are still slipping in that pitch on that Liverpool half, and it is a free kick to Brentford after that challenge on Bryan Mbeumo, halfway inside the Liverpool half on this near side. Yeah, players slipping again. Mbeumo's running with the ball. Wissa was trying to make a run in behind, slipped, and Mbeumo suddenly had nowhere to go. Tried to wriggle between Mo Salah and Konate, and I think he just ran into a little bit of trouble. Just about to see it again. Konate does seem to have an arm that goes into the chest of Mbeumo, but I don't know if I'd say that was a foul. The referee did. Just gave that decision, and now Liverpool have to defend a free kick. A minute to go of normal time remaining until we find out how many minutes added on in this second half. And Mbeumo sets himself ready to take this free kick for Brentford. Mbeumo, left-footed delivery, and cleared away. And there was a push inside the penalty area onto Dimikas, and the referee spotted it. Will be a free kick going the way of Liverpool. It was just a coming together. I'm not sure how the referee could give that either way, if I'm being completely honest. Ivan Toney just trying to run round Tsimikas holding his ground really well. Toney going over the top as if he'd been fouled himself. It wasn't. Certainly wasn't a penalty kick, but the referee gave that awarded that one to Liverpool. And pressure relieved. Well, pressure relieved for now for Liverpool. They're into 4 minutes of added time. Liverpool currently leading by a goal to nil. Brentford desperately searching for an equaliser to try and take a point. Liverpool currently holding on to 3 very valuable points. Before this game, 5 wins on the bounce, hoping to make it 6. Yeah, the game's not finished quite yet. Brentford are a team that have scored 5 goals after the 90-minute mark. So Liverpool
will have to be aware of that. Brentford just don't give games up. They keep pushing until the referee blows the whistle. You can see the amount of attack and changes Thomas Frank has made. This game's not quite over just yet.
Damsgaard with the ball over the halfway line on that right side, looking to create something for Brentford as they hope to hold on to the possession, but Liverpool have won it back. And the header from Fabinho went forward only as far as Ethan Pinnock, and now Brentford can charge forward on this right side. Kevin Schade places it and fires it across, and it was into the side netting. Now she did take a deflection off Virgil van Dijk, so it will be a corner.
Yeah, for a moment I wondered if it ricocheted off the head of Van Dijk into the back of that Liverpool goal, but as you said, just about missed. But Brentford have a corner. Just seemed to come out of nothing really. Just a pump ball forward in behind the defence, tried to cross, and now everybody's in that Liverpool penalty here, included David Raya.
Well, it is very, very congested at the moment, and as Leon said, David Raya, the Brentford goalkeeper, has also made his way up for this corner kick. Looking for the far post, punched away by Alisson.
Oh, it's really good from Alisson, under real pressure, players around him, and he came into the pocket, he came into the space, he came into the area where it was very congested and punched it clear.
Well, the Brentford fans who are to our left, doing everything they can to try and lift the spirits of this Brentford team. They've got themselves another corner on this near side, and David Raya, the Brentford goalkeeper, has stayed up for this next corner. So the chances for Brentford right at the end. Corner delivery in, flipped over and finds the feet of Salah, and David Raya will have to very quickly make his way back. But the players just stopped because the referee spotted a foul, and it will be a free kick halfway inside the Liverpool half for Liverpool.
Yeah, so I don't think either team will really mind that. Brentford were really exposed there on the counter-attack. She said Raya up the pitch, the crowd got excited. Mo Salah had the ball, passed it sideways. Fabinho tried to play it in, was fouled definitely, and won his team a free kick. And that might be enough for Liverpool. Not the perfect performance Jurgen Klopp may have wanted today, but it's all about keeping the winning run going. He may have just done that.
Well, it's also a big week in the city of Liverpool. Eurovision is making its way over to...
Can't wait, Pete, can't wait.
Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I am.
My mother certainly is.
I'm looking forward to it. Jurgen Klopp's looking forward to it as well, I hear. Out to the right side it goes to Alexander-Arnold. Space opening up for Liverpool. Jordan Henderson wants it. Henderson all the way into the corner flag, and Mbeumo couldn't prevent the corner. So a corner for Liverpool, and my bets are Lyon are going to take their time with this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jordan Henderson just making a run to the corner, getting in behind, had no other thought in his mind than trying to keep the ball in there, trying to force this corner. So they'll try and remain here as long as they can.
Well, time may just have been running out for Brentford. We have played the 4 minutes that have been added on, and Alexander-Arnold just holding this into the corner flag, and that will be that. Another 3 points gained for Liverpool. Their charge for a place in the top four is still very much on. They continue this momentum, 6 wins on the bounce. They continue their form here at home as well, where they have been unbeaten now in the last 11 games. Brentford suffer another defeat in the Premier League. And Leon, your thoughts on that game? Liverpool were able to hold strong after that Mo Salah goal in the 13th minute.
Yeah, I think just about the right result. I think Liverpool started really well, dominated with possession, created a couple of opportunities. But Brentford got back into the game, certainly at the end of that first half and in the second half. But despite them troubling Liverpool, despite them worrying Liverpool and creating a nervous atmosphere around Anfield, meaning Liverpool tried to time waste, they never really troubled Alisson. They never really made the Liverpool goalkeeper make a save. So wasn't the prettiest of Liverpool wins here this afternoon, but it may be just as important as the others.
Well, not too much changed in terms of the Premier League table. Liverpool now go a point behind Manchester United in 4th place. Manchester United having played 2 games less though, and Brentford stay 9th in the Premier League table. So 3 points earned for Liverpool. Their momentum continues in the Premier League. The full-time score here, Liverpool 1, Brentford 0, can hand you over to the 606 team.